Hi guys and welcome to the third episode of E7500 Gamers. I am Karthik Singh and in this video I'll be featuring Vast. So without wasting much of the time, let's talk about the game. As you all know, in this channel I review gaming performance for a particular range of processors which are not so famous for gaming, but as I own one, I look forward to help those who have one. Talking about the game looks pretty interesting at the beginning, but when you try to play it, it doesn't just go good. This is the first time I'm talking, and I really feel sorry to say that this game is not at all playable for the E7500 processor. No matter how long you take how low you take your settings, it just doesn't work out. So for obvious reasons, I'm gonna show you the gameplay at the settings which were auto-detected by the game for the PC. Let me explain you about how I figure out that there's a problem with the processor and not with the graphics card. Well, this can easily be observed because no matter how high or low you keep the setting, the game just runs at a particular range and low range of FPS, that is, number of frames per second. In this gameplay, I got about 20 to 10 frames per second. Also, as the game exhibits a lot of possibilities being an open world game, there's a lot of stress on the processor than the GPU, as the GPU just processes the graphical data, but the processor handles both the graphical data as well as the other commands and functions going around. If you enter a place crowded with people and more buildings, etc., the game just goes even slower, but when you move to places which exhibits less graphical elements, you will observe a sudden boost in the performance. This concludes that it's the processor which is slow but not the GPU. On the other hand, I have a very powerful GPU installed which actually meets the system requirements for Watch Dogs. Now let's talk about the RAM. I have installed a 4GB DDR2 RAM in my PC, which are obviously slower than the DDR3s, but I don't think there will be much of a difference in the performance. But there sure will be a difference no matter how small. This was all about the processor at its stock clocking. Now if we speak about an overclocked version of this processor or the processors of the same range, I think you will be able to play the game at approximately of 20 to 25 or 30 frames per second, because in a video on YouTube itself I saw that the guy was playing at about 30 frames per second and the gameplay was really good and there were almost no glitches while he was playing the game. And as you can see, there was a sudden boost and the guy just overclocked the processor to 3.5 GHz. So if you are asking if about the game running at 2.93 GHz to run smoothly, I seriously suggest that this game is not at all going to work fine. But if you overclock your GPU, you might have a chance of playing this game at better frame rates. This was Karthik Singh from the E7500 Gamers, and thank you for watching, and please subscribe to my channel and please suggest more games for future. Thank you and goodbye.